Have you ever just been completely drawn in by a player, especially in pro sports?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Imagine being that rookie, right? All eyes on you. And not just because you're good, but because you can do things. Well, things almost nobody else can do, like fundamentally change the game.
It's immense pressure, that potential versus the NFL reality.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today. We're focusing on arguably the most talked about prospect in a while, Travis Hunter. #2 pick, 2025 draft, now with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Big spotlight on him.
Huge. So our mission here is to really unpack what veteran Jaguars, Josh Hines-Allen, the pass rusher, what he's been seeing from Hunter so far. We're digging into this Yardbarker article, Jaguars Hines-Allen, on what he's seen from Travis Hunter.
Good source. Hines-Allen knows his stuff.
He does. So by the end of this, you'll get a much better feel for Hunter's role, how the Jags might actually use him, maybe it's not what everyone expects, and just that valuable insight from a top player. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, it's a fascinating situation. And Travis Hunter, I mean, he's not just hyped. People are calling him a generational talent.
You hear that term thrown around, but with him,
It feels different. Look at his college career Heisman winner at Colorado. That tells you something right there.
absolutely.
Dominant. But the real buzz, the thing that makes him so unique, is the two-way ability, excelling on offense and defense at an elite level. In today's NFL, it's incredibly rare.
Almost unheard of, really. Specialization is everything now.
Exactly. And it's not just hype carrying over. He's apparently already turned heads in off-season work. Impressed coaches like Liam Cohen on offense, Anthony Campanile on defense.
So the skills are translating, at least initially.
Seems like it. And the insights we're looking at today, they come from Josh Hines-Allen, 8th-year pro, team captain, probably the best player on that Jags defense.
Arguably, yeah. His voice carries weight.
For sure. When a guy like that, who's seen it all, talks about a rookie, you listen. It gives you a real window into how the team sees things, how they might actually deploy this kid.
That's a really strong point. And Hines-Allen, he didn't mince words when he talked on FX Sports 1's Speak recently. He sounded genuinely excited.
What did he say exactly?
His main quote, the one that really stuck out, was, "I'm excited for him and what his impact could be this season." Simple, direct.
Doesn't sound like just veteran politeness.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It feels like real anticipation. Like they truly believe Hunter can make a difference, like right away, not just some long-term project.
And the Jags, well, they need difference makers this year.
Oh, absolutely. They are going to be under a microscope, big time. High expectations, Trevor Lawrence needing to take that next step, the division, it's a lot.
Yeah, a tough division.
So how they use Hunter, this sort of sensational talent, this unicorn, it's going to be a massive storyline. It's not just about him. It's about the whole team strategy. Hines-Allen's excitement suggests the coaches maybe have a clearer plan than we think.
Right, and Hines-Allen actually gave some specifics on how Hunter fits, especially, interestingly, on defense. He mentioned Hunter is slated to start at wide receiver.
Yeah. Okay, so offense is the primary focus, initially at least.
Seems that way. But then he adds that Hunter's high-end skill set at cornerback gives Jacksonville an advantage like no other team has had.
Wow. Like no other team. That's a bold statement.
It is. He's not just saying Hunter is a good corner, he's saying he provides a unique strategic edge.
Okay, so how does that work if he's starting at receiver?
Well, Hines-Allen points to the existing talent. He said, quote, "On the offensive side, we have BTJ, meaning Brian Thomas Jr., their other young receiver.
Another speedster, yeah?
And on the defensive side of the ball, we have Tyson Campbell. And this is key. He didn't just mention Campbell. He heaped praise on him.
What kind of praise?
He said, "I think Tyson is having his best offseason I've seen him have since he's been here," and specifically highlighted Campbell's ability to take away a #1 wide receiver.
Okay, that's huge. A true shutdown corner capability.
Exactly. When a top pass rusher says a corner can erase the opponent's best guy, that changes everything for a defense. It lets you be more creative, more aggressive elsewhere.
Right, okay. So if Campbell can handle the top assignment, then where does that leave Hunter on defense? Is he even needed there consistently?
See, that's the brilliant part of the strategy Hines-Allen hints at. Because Campbell can handle that top guy, it leaves Travis at a position where he can just go in and just play ball and get a lot of opportunities.
So not necessarily CB1 or CB2 duties right away.
Doesn't sound like it. He described it more as a rotational role in a secondary that has seen new additions this offseason.
Rotational role. Okay. So how is that not, a step back from the hype?
I don't think it is. Actually, I think it's incredibly smart player management. Think about the toll, physical, mental, of playing significant snaps on both sides of the ball in the NFL week in, week out. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, unsustainable long-term probably.
Right. So with Campbell locking down the WR1, Hunter isn't burdened with that primary shutdown role immediately. He can rotate in, maybe cover slot guys, tight ends, maybe used in specific blitz packages.
Situational weapon.
Exactly. Leverage his ball skills, his athleticism in spots where he can make a splash without getting burned out or overwhelmed while he's still learning the pro game, especially since his main focus seems to be offense. It's a way to get impact without demanding the impossible. It feels like a really phased approach.
That makes a lot of sense. Manage the workload, maximize the impact in specific moments. And it sounds like this isn't happening in a vacuum either. Hines-Allen mentioned the secondary overall is stronger.
Yeah, he made a point of saying, we also got a good secondary this year as well. We brought in a lot of key players, and I'm excited to play with them.
So more depth, more options back there, not just relying on Hunter or Campbell.
Right. It sounds like a concerted effort to build a really flexible, deep unit. And he credited the coaching, specifically the DC, Anthony Campanile. He said, I know our defensive coordinator is going to put them in positions to do good for us up front.
Ah, the connection to the pass rush.
There it is. A strong secondary that can cover longer. What does that do for Hines-Allen and the guys up front?
Gives them more time to get to the quarterback.
Bingo. Hines-Allen's ultimate goal, as he put it, is simple. We just got to get home, man. Get the sacks, disrupt the QB, and all this talent and versatility in the secondary is designed to help them do just that. It all works together.
The full defensive ecosystem they're trying to build.
Precisely. But, shifting back just to Hunter for a second, Hines-Allen, while super positive, he also brought things back down to earth a bit. He reminded everyone he's only seen Hunter during team periods so far.
Right. Helmets, maybe shells, but not full contact. Not the real deal yet.
Exactly. He stressed that the real evaluation starts once training camp rolls around later this month, when things will begin to pick up. That's when it gets real.
And that's such a critical point for any rookie, but maybe especially for a guy like Hunter. Given the physicality potentially needed on both sides, Hines-Allen really nailed the difference, didn't he?
He did. What's his exact quote again?
He said, everybody can do everything in just jerseys, but when he can put the shoulder pads on and really get into that mindset, get into that 100-degree weather, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That paints a picture.
It really does. We all see the amazing highlights from OTAs, guys looking smooth in shorts. But the NFL grind, it's different. Pads on, oppressive heat, guys actively trying to knock you around on every play. That 100-degree weather isn't just heat, it's the whole environment.
The physical and mental crucible.
Totally. Can you still make those plays when you're exhausted, sore, maybe a bit banged up, and the pressure is immense? That's the mindset he's talking about. Looking great on air is one thing. Doing it consistently when it's tough is another. That's the test for Hunter.
Absolutely. And that veteran perspective from Hines-Allen is just invaluable for understanding what's ahead for Hunter and really for the Jaguars this season. What stands out, putting all his comments together, is this really well-thoughtful plan.
The phased approach you mentioned.
Yeah. It's clearly not throw him to the wolves on both sides from day one. That would be, frankly, nuts. Instead, they can use his versatility strategically. Let him be an advantage without setting him up to fail with an impossible workload before he's even fully adjusted.
It gives them options.
So many options. They can tweak his role based on the opponent, game script, how he's developing, what the team needs week to week. He can still make that offensive impact as a starter, but also chip in defensively in that rotational role. Smart.
Maximizing the asset without breaking it.
You got it. But Hines-Allen keeps bringing it back to the ultimate test. The true measure of how sensational Hunter can be at this level, it comes when the pads come on, when the hitting starts, when we see if he can consistently access that mindset in the heat of battle. Training camp is going to be revealing.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What we've really unpacked here is, one, Travis Hunter's undeniable, almost unique talent. This two-way potential is real.
Generational potential, yeah.
Two, we've got Josh Hines-Allen's view, balanced, strategic, pretty insightful on how Hunter might actually be used. Starting receiver, yes, but also a rotational defensive piece within a stronger overall secondary, thanks partly to Tyson Campbell's emergence.
A smart phased integration, it seems.
And three, the implications for the Jags. It's exciting but also challenging as they integrate this unique player under a bright spotlight, knowing the real test the physical NFL reality starts in training camp. So what's the takeaway for you listening? It's really about understanding those layers, right? Player development isn't simple. Team strategy is like chess, and hearing from a vet like Hines-Allen gives you a peek behind the curtain. Even the most gifted guys have a climb.
It really puts it in perspective. And it leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on as we head towards the season. How will the Jaguars actually manage this balancing act, developing a rare talent like Travis Hunter for the long haul, while also facing the intense pressure to win now in the NFL, especially once training camp shows everyone what pads on football truly feels like? That dynamic, that's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch.